just want to talk about the two corollaries on page 32 and 33 of Theorem 88. And the first one, this kind of looks like a triangle. All right, we have two sides. We're talking about parallel lines, but this is talking about transversals intersecting three parallel lines. And the fact that when that happens, these line segments that are intercepted are going to be proportional to each other. Okay? So I've tried to exaggerate this a little more, but let's talk about which segments would be proportional. Okay? We could say AB is to DE as BC is to EF. So again, they're not equal to each other, that's not what we're saying, but the relationship between AB and DE is the same as the relationship between BC and EF. And so if we knew any three of these four as numbers, measured numbers, then we could go back, cross multiply, divide, and you would have the missing number, okay? So they illustrate it in some different ways. They want you to go through and do a formal proof, but I just wanted you to kind of see, even drawn slightly differently than they have in the PACE, what we're talking about here. Parallel lines, these are transversals, and no matter how you draw these transversals, okay, I could have taken this transversal and drawn it this direction, okay? In fact, let me just do that real quick. If I were to draw the line going this way and call this point E and this point F, all right, we would still have the same ratio. A is to B as D is to E. B is to C as E is to F. Okay, so fairly easy to understand, all right? Now let's turn the page. Looking at page 33, it's talking about another corollary of Theorem 88, and that one may not be as intuitive to you. In other words, you may not see it quite as easily, but if we were to divide this angle exactly in half, now there's a more geometrically correct way of doing this, okay? But I'm just kind of guessing here. But if I bisect this angle, and it intersects this side over here, so what should I call this point? M for middle, okay? Now it's not actually going through the middle. It's not bisecting this side, as you can see. It's bisecting this angle. So this angle is congruent to this angle if I drew it accurately. And if I did, then this intersected side, YM, is to MZ as this side, XY, is to XZ. Okay, so the intersected side, these two pieces, YM, is to MZ as XY is to XZ. So I'm illustrating for you what the corollary 3 of Theorem 88 is trying to say. Now, as you go through on page 33, I believe it is, yes, you're going to prove the different steps and come to that conclusion. And on the next page, 34, you'll use it to set up, again, just set up some ratios, plug in numbers, and solve. Sometimes you'll end up with fractions or decimals, and that is okay, all right? Hopefully you understand that a little better, and we'll do well on the upcoming pages.